What's up, guys? Welcome back to another stream, and apologies for the small hiatus. Was a little busy, but we're back at it. It's another live stream. Welcome back to SAT for you. And today we're going to be finishing up our Blue Book practice test. Alright, guys, so we're going to click the resume button here, and I'm just going to. As used in the text, what's the word disputing most likely? Yeah, I'm going to go with resistance. So does this section identify, describe, summarize, or present? That's the question right here. I think it identifies it. According to the text, why are some critics skeptical of the concept? That Alright, I'm gonna go with D here. Which choice best states the main idea of the text? I want to skip to the grammar section, or the section at the back and work backwards. The student wants to make a generalization about the materials used to endow replicas. Which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? So, the generalization about the materials. This isn't about the materials, this is about the Tao itself. This is a specific material, and this is a generalization about the material. So, student wants to indicate the California red-legged frogs FWS. Classifications. So this is about the list. This is just saying it's on the list. Endangered category, but it's classified as threatened. Oh wait, it's not currently classified as threatened, but it might be soon. It's just saying it soon might become endangered. Oh wait, no, wait. A species that is likely to soon become endangered is considered threatened. It's not endangered yet, but it might be, so they put it as threatened. Gonna wanna have to look out for that, guys. A student wants to emphasize the similarity between P waves and S waves. Which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? This is just about P waves. This is difference. A is the only similarity. Okay. In a recent study, researchers examined the sleeping and waking habits of dairy cows to determine so this is an in other words type thing because it's describing what diurnal, nocturnal, and this means. It's not additionally, it's not afterwards, and it's not however. Which choice completes the text with the most logical transition? It may have not been a coincidence. In hindsight, given the idea, it may have not been a coincidence. I'm gonna go with then for this one. It may not have been a coincidence then that biographer Michael Gora notes novelist Henry James lived in a world in fact. These are all like different. It's like different. It's saying it's unrelated, like different from this clause right here, but it's actually saying the same thing. It's like backing up to corroborate. But no one can deny, though, it's not this, because this is like different. This is different, antagonistic. The toxins the organism used to protect itself from predation actually increases. A species, so the organisms was one thing. If it was a toxin the species used, uh, so it increases the species predator. American abstract artist Richard Serra intends Yes, no punctuation. In 1986, conceptual artist Sophia Kale asked 23 people, all of whom without sight, to describe their image of beauty. Okay. So we're gonna go with the M dash at the end here. We have to have an M dash to end it off because there's one right here. And unnecessary information. So if we get rid of this part in the M dash, does the sentence still work though? If it's C, it'll be these photographs. Kaye paired excerpts of these conversations with photographs from hair to grass to sculptures to powerful effect. Or Kaye paired excerpts of these conversations with photographs to powerful effect. So I think B is a better option here. Long attributed. There's no punctuation here. If it was of a little known French portrait, then we might put a colon, but it's just little known French portrait, so no punctuation. And these three are considered the same. Consider the mechanics of the pinhole camera. So we want a colon and fanboy. But these two don't look right. Actually, wait, I think it might be B actually. Because I think you can start a sentence with because. Because they put an it's here, which makes it confusing. I'll just mark this for review, come back to it later. Such iconic French recipes epitomize the Victorian French cuisine. I'm gonna go with epitomize. 2013 study Oh no. No. I'm gonna go with 8 because they're doing needlessly repetitive activity. Which choice best describes data from the table that support Prasad and her colleagues' conclusion? If baseline, so their conclusion is concentration of precipitation into fewer days will result in a higher number of dry days. Okay, I think these are misusing the statistics. Right? Wait, no. I'm gonna mark this for review. Are these all about research and conclusions? Okay, this one's about main idea. So we can do this one. Okay. Main idea of the test. Identify negative correlation between their economy receipts. No, doesn't talk about that. It's talking about the market conditions, not the environmental. That's not true. Doesn't talk about that. Okay, fine. We'll go with C here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with C here. I'm gonna go with C. Contradictory motion. Yeah. Contradictory. Anthropogenic nitrogen deposition could more than offset the effect, provided that change is moderate rather than extreme. So if you put a moderate amount of more nitrogen in, no. I mean, yeah, that's true, but it doesn't really support their hypothesis. Go to another. So we have to relate it to the current climate as well, so I'm going to go with D here. Which finding, if true, would most directly support the researcher's hypothesis? Hypothesis T-mount reduces water's compressibility. No. Yeah. Gonna go with C here. Oh, not quite a few for review. Conspicuous, yeah. Redressing, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah. And I'm gonna go with this one as well. Yeah. Go to the review page here. Alright, guys, 5 minutes left on our break right here. I guess 3 minutes left till we get to the math section. I got 1 minute left. Alright guys, so the break just finished, so right now we're gonna be going into the math section right here. So yeah guys, that's the break done. Alright guys, get our calculator out. So 16 meters per second. 16 times 4, 64. Seems a little easy. Okay, so table x1 0, y1 6, and then we got y1 that to ax plus okay. Simple slope form thing. Very simple. Yeah, but you really do not need that much purpose. Let me probably do it way faster. 2 seconds. So no, that can't work out. Yeah, so much right to me. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with B here. I'm gonna practice using regression, even though you really do not need it here. So the minutes of daylight is x. So x1 is equal to 670. 670. So that means that the amount of non-daylight is 770. 0.8. Well, 320s right there. So the sample represents 5% of his company. And then in the sample, 8% is that, well, the sample size doesn't affect this, so go 320. Which equation has the same solution? Same solution. Why can I not expand this one? So same solution. Can I copy these? No, I can't. No. Let's see if there's a connection. So I guess it's this divided by 2. So this is 6. It is 9. So this is some algebra right here. Simple level. Pull out an iPad right here. Let's go into my notes here. So if you guys can't see this, but C. So if C minus 7 equals 25p plus k, then C is equal to 25p plus k plus 7. Yeah, that was pretty simple. Probably could have done that in my head right there, but it's okay. No harm in checking here. Function P estimates there were 2,000. So it's like a standard formula here. So it increased by 3%, so it's going to be like this. Not these. This would be decreased by 3%. This would be increased by or 97, or no, 97%. This is 200%. So yeah, it's this one. So which expression is equal to this right here? So we kind of just expand this out right here. Now, would it be faster to expand it or to use Desmos? That's the question. I'll just get some practice expanding, I guess. $121 minus 25 equals 96. So I definitely expanded this wrong, 100%. I don't know what I did wrong here. I don't know if you guys can see this either, but like that. But let's just test this out here. So x squared plus 8, x squared plus 11 squared plus x minus 5, x plus 5, and it graphed it right up here. So the intercept is at 96. So x to the 4th plus 23x squared plus 96. Yes. Okay. And we did the 96 part right. But that indicates that we really just have to get 11 squared and subtract it by 25. That's basically where the whole part comes from. I think later we need to figure out why. Why did I do this wrong? You can figure that out later. Let me say my. Okay. 18 meters from which the egg was thrown. It's going to be 18 meters, I believe, here. Let's just check it out. T or x squared plus 9x plus 18. And if we go to the part where it's 0, oh, no, that's the peak here. Y-intercept 18, yeah. If, okay. So 6x1 is equal to 48, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. The relationship between two variables x and y is linear for every increase in the value of x plus by 1. So slope is 8. Y equals. Okay, so we can probably get a table in here. So when it's 2, it's 18. And y1 is equal to ax1 plus b. So it does in fact go through that point there. See with the r squared. So the slope is definitely 8. And yeah, that all looks fine to me. So we gotta zoom out a lot here, trying to trick us basically by giving us a super massive equation here. Yeah, never mind. So it's possible it could be infinitely many. So instead, we're gonna get in y equals x squared and y equals negative 841. And we're going to see how many times they intersect here, which is probably going to be 0. Yeah, so absolutely 0 here. Because it's so far negative here. So yeah. Box plots, hey. Two box plots show the distribution of number of books read over the summer by students in two different English classes. What is the positive difference between the ranges of books? So range here is from 1 to 10, and the range here is from 0 to 5. So 10 minus 5, it's 5. That's how I believe you compute this, but feel free to put in the live chat. So we got to get our reference sheet out here. I could minimize this. So right square prism. So if V1 is equal to 1/3 length, width, and height, and the volume is also equal to the so V1 is also equal to 2880, then, and we know the length, which is this right here, is actually 6. Oh, whatever. So the height could be 1, but I don't think it is. The width is also 6 because it's a square prism. So then I have to get rid of L as well. Height is 240. So 240, that's 21, that's 53. There is no 240 here seemingly. Yeah, I mean, I have the volume and I have the height and the width. Length, width, height. It's saying 240 here. But, okay, fine. What if I do y equals that? That's also saying 240 here, which is very, very intriguing. What if I cube root 240? 6.21. Okay, fine. Not cube root. What if I square root it? 15. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we can set them equal to each other if they are equal to each other. What could I be doing wrong here? Yeah, this is the right square prism here. Length times width times height. So we have the length and the width as 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Now we're trying to figure out the height. Seriously, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Seems pretty likely to be 240. So 2880 is equal to 6 1/3 times 6 times 6 times height. That's also just a line. It's not a graph of any sort. So I mean, it really seems like it's 240, but it seems like I'm wasting my time on this question now. But I have to choose something now, so if you just straight up square root this thing, you get that. And if you cube root this thing, you get that. So I'm gonna go with 36 here. Wait, hold up. Couldn't I just brute force this? Hold up. None of these seem to be working. Hold up. The length of the edge of the base is 6 units. So it's a right square prism. Wait, what's 22 minus 15? 7. Still a little time, but I probably don't want to be wasting it here. Why is the volume not computing out for any of these? I should revisit the reference. Volume is equal to 1/3 times length times width times height. Yeah. So the length is 6. The width is therefore the same at 6. None of these are right. Right? Yeah, I don't know, guys. Just gonna pick something. So it's decreasing, so it has to be less than 1. 0.83. 80%, 80%. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. What is a positive solution? Okay, so 5 looks positive. There's only one positive solution, so it's 5. Okay, WZ and XY intersect at point Q. YQ equals 63. Select the YZ. YQ is 63. WQ is 70. WX is 60. XQ is 120. So 63 over 70 should be equal to YQ over WQ should be equal to YZ over WX. 60. So I'll go with 54 here. Okay, so I gotta put in a slider, a table, and okay, wait. G of x is equal to x plus 14 t minus x, where t is a constant, and passes through the point 24, 0. So when x is 0, y should equal 24. This is y-intercept should equal 24. 2.4, 25.2, 23.8. Oh, yeah, actually, degrees. Okay. Wait, no. When y is 0, x is 24. When x is 0, come on. X1 is equal to 24, y1 is equal to 0. Why can't I paste it? I guess it thinks that. Okay, t is 24. So when x is 0, then 336. Seems like a little interesting here. Y is 24, x is 0. Yeah, wait, what is going on? Okay, that's definitely not right. So 127% of x. So I got 2 questions left and 1 minute left. Gotta lock in. Circle here. The radius r squared. So radius is 1, 2, 3. 3 squared is 9. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. What is p? What is the value of p? P%. So if we have 100, and then so we have 127 over 100 is equal to x% of 127, and that's 160.29. Okay, that's not what I meant to calculate. So if we go from 100 to 127, then 7874. Alright guys, we'll stay straight into the next math section. I think I definitely screwed up on the last one. Alright guys, I'm gonna end off the stream right here. Let me just say